Okay, here we go. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Game Mode Showcase. This is my first time watching this video. This happened to drop at the same time as a bunch of different creators from around the world had shared their first impressions of their actual hands-on experience at Summer Games Fest getting to play this game. So this video is just going to be covering what we see in this trailer or this showcase. I will be doing another video following this one regarding all of their first impressions, kind of getting a feel for what they got to see. So let's just jump in here. This is about 7 minutes long. God, I can't wait. This game comes out in October. Every time okay, so we're starting with the trailer. The same trailer that released during Summer Game Fest. I've seen this a couple million times. If you haven't seen this, definitely go watch it. I'll link this down below. I can't wait to bust out the voices when I get to fight with these characters. I can't wait to use Goku, and every time he transforms, I'll just say autonomous, ultra instinct, or I'll use Migote no Goku, whichever one I'm feeling like doing. Oh, the voices. The graphics.
He's finally achieved it. Whis, those graphics are really something else.
Give me now. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try to keep up with.
皆さんこんにちは。
Oh,
ドラ
okay.
ゴンボールスパーキングゼロのプロデューサーの
I thought this was gonna be like an actual like gameplay thing. Okay, so he's gonna be talking. I should be able to keep up with it, but if I need to go back, I will.
古谷と申します。本日はよろしくお願いい
So
たしま
Jun
す。
Futurani, this is the
先
producer.
ほど皆様に見ていただいた
What
の
you just saw
は
was the release date announcement trailer that was revealed in early June.
映像にもありました通
We
り
are happy to confirm that the release date will be October 11th. Very
発売決定いた
nice.
しました。応援してくださっている皆様には改めて
We'd
感
once
謝
again
申
like
し
to
上げま
thank
す
you all for your
発売を
support.
楽しみ
We
にお
hope
待
you
ち
will
いただけ
continue
た
to
ら
look
と
forward
思ってい
to it.
ます。今回はトレーラーではお伝え
Today
し
we'll
きれなか
introduce
った
two game modes,
2つの
episode
ゲーム
and
モード
custom battle. Let's go, which we were not able to show off completely in the release date announcement trailer. We are happy to be able to jump into more detail and show you in-game
まずはエピ
footage.
ソードバトルです。
All right, episode battle
こ
first.
のモードは
In this single player mode, you can take the point of view of 8 different characters,
原作の物語に沿った
including
シチュ
Goku,
エーションの
Vegeta,
バ
and
トルを
enjoy
楽しめ
famous
る
battles
所
from
領
the
のモード
anime.
です。物語の流れやシチュエーションが分かる導入
For
カー
each stage, you'll be able
実際にプ
to...
レイするバトル
Hold on,
パー
hold
ト
on,
を
hold on.
繰り返し
I was totally thrown off by that screen right there. It looks so cool. For each stage, you'll be playing through an introduction before heading into
実際にプレイするバト
some
ル
of
パ
the
ー
most
トを繰り
iconic
返
fights
しな
in
がら
Dragon Ball
進めてい
Z
くも
and
のになっており
Super.
ます。
Oh, we're not getting any Dragon Ball? No GT?
キャラクターごとにボリュームは様々ですが
The number of stages and battles vary by character. For example, Goku's the largest number of
ラディッ
stages.
トの戦いから始まり、ドラゴンボールスーパーの
Beginning from when he fights Raditz and up to including the fights in Tournament of Power. Oh, no GT or Dragon Ball. That's surprising. Our goal was a mode to allow players to satisfying challenge based. Man, this is going so fast. Our goal for this was a mode that is to allow players a satisfying challenge faced by characters and their friends. Additionally, certain cutscenes allow players to experience parts of the story from first person. Oh, that's so cool! That's what that was! Which we hope will allow players to further immerse themselves in the characters' experiences. Hold on, wait a minute. Why is Vegeta standing there? Is Vegeta gonna go with him? Is that what is... On certain stages, depending on your actions and choices, players will be able to change the outcome of the story that differ from the anime series. Yeah, this dives into the what if stuff. Play as a character to experience these new and different episodes. That's it for episode battle showcase. I mean, that was enough. We'll go back and take a look again in a bit. Next up is custom mode. In this mode, players fight in battles that each have their own original scenes. Within custom battle, there is a bonus battle, a mode where we've prepared several original battle situations developed for you to enjoy. In this mode, some battles will have different victory conditions and some might have event cutscenes pop up midway. So you'll be able to enjoy battles different from the norm. Look at the custom. What are... In edit mode, you'll be able to freely set characters to be played as well as pre-battle and post-battle cutscenes to make your own original battles. What? Look at this. Look at the customization. It looked like I was looking at a like Adobe Premiere or something. This is like a video editor style interface. What is
そ
this?
して作ったものは
What-
アップロードして
What you've made will be able to be uploaded and viewed online for the whole world to
ぜひ
play.
皆様の思い描くシチュエーションのバトルを
So I hope you
披露
enjoy
し合って
sharing the battles and
楽しんでいただけたらと
situations you've
思
thought
っており
up.
ます
Oh my god, you can
エクス
create
トラバトル
title
を含め
cards.
既存のバトルをカスタマイズ
You'll
し
be
て
able to
新たな
edit
バトルを
existing
作る
battle
こともでき
content
ます
along
の
with
で
bonus battles
ぜ
to
ひ
use
いろい
as
ろなバト
base.
ルを作って
So try your
遊んで
hand
み
at
てください
making a whole variety of
以
battles.
上エピソードバトル
That
カ
wraps
スタム
up
バトル
episode battle
2
and
つのメインモー
custom
ドのご
battle
紹介でし
modes.
た
This is insane.
またゲームモー
Now,
ド
in
に加え
addition to these game
皆
modes, we'd
様
like to
から
talk about
多く
local
の声を頂い
multiplayer.
ているオ
Yes.
フラインバトルに関して
Something
も
that
お
we've been
話が
asked
できれば
about
と
a
思
lot.
います。
Yes.
本作はプレイヤーの皆様が
Our focus
ど
for
れ
this
だけ
game was seeing how far we could get players to really become Dragon Ball
ということに
series
フォーカスして
characters.
開発を進めてまいりました。気を高めるだけで
We wanted to show effects like the wind blasting around and the weather changing just by charging your ki.
豪快に壊れたりなど超パワーをより
And rocks and buildings being dramatically destroyed by the force of battle and take advantage of the power of the latest generation
リア
consoles.
ルタイムに描くようにしています。それらの表現と
With that in mind, it was difficult to implement local split-screen multiplayer while retaining those core elements.
皆様により良いゲーム体験を提供できるよう
Uh-oh.
本作ならではの
So we developed this game with online multiplayer and an offline single-player mode in mind. Oh, okay.
ただ少しでもより
However,
多くの方
we have
多くの
always
シチュエーション
wanted for as
で
many people to
遊んでいただ
enjoy
き
the
たいと
game
思
in
い
various
結
situations.
果精神と時の
After
部屋
careful consideration, we have decided to implement split-screen multiplayer exclusively within the... I see. That makes a lot of sense. As character selection was originally designed with single player in mind. There will unfortunately be a slight inconvenience during character selection before split screen battle. Two players cannot simultaneously select characters, and only one player may choose. Man, this goes so fast. Only one player may choose a character at a time. However, we hope this mode will allow players to enjoy local matches with friends and family. That's it for the game modes reveal at this time. We hope this demonstration shows you the unique points of the game. Pre-order is available now. Yes, I have thrown my money into the screen and I have secured my copy. Premium editions, including early access, which allow you to play the game prior to launch. So don't forget to check these out. Get the Ultimate Edition if you guys want like the absolute most digital content, as well as the early release. Just go for the Ultimate Edition. You don't need to go for like the collector's one. If you're doing that, be prepared to take a little while for the game to actually get in here. It's going to take some time. Also, it might not even be too late. Don't miss out on the pre-order bonus, which includes early unlocks of 6 characters plus 1 exclusive new playable character, which is... Oh, okay. Lastly, we have revealed character trailers based to be playable in the game, so please watch those videos too. We're giving it our all for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero's release, so we hope to have your continued support. You got it! Like!
ご視聴ありがとうございました。
You are welcome. No, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff to unpack here. But I think I'll just start off by saying the local split screen co-op or the local split screen PvP, what they had to explain makes a lot of sense. And this now puts into perspective why the hyperbolic time chamber was the choice. Because initially I was a little confused as to why that was going to be the case. But now after you see all of the destructible environments, just how much detail goes in to everything in a single fight, throwing everything into the hyperbolic time chamber significantly reduces the visual elements of it all. So you're not going to be seeing blades of grass going crazy. You are going to see a very minimalistic sort of landscape where it is just you, your enemy, and just a couple of other things in the background, which will make it far less of a strain on, I guess, the console. And just from a development perspective, it's going to be less of an issue. So I understand where they're coming from with all of this, and I'm totally fine with it. Because, you know, if you're going to do the local PvP anyway, you're doing it for the love of the game. And so I don't think this is going to be much of a hindrance for people. Maybe in the future, they'll throw something, you know, in there as an update, maybe. But I think this is fine. So let's just start from the beginning and then we'll work our way forward, because there was a lot to just, I mean, I was reading all of the captions. I couldn't really just embrace what they were showing on screen. All right, so here they're talking about the episode battles, 8 different players. We still don't know who the 8 are going to be. Obviously, Goku and Vegeta are in there, but this is the overworld. So you can kind of see, okay, so this little logo right here kind of shows like a junction. So this is a jumping off point, I'm assuming. From what I'm gathering, this would be like you could either take the natural progression, which takes you to the next natural point in Goku's story, like for example Goku versus Raditz, you know, maybe from this where Goku or Raditz kidnaps Gohan, you go to the part where Goku and Piccolo fight Raditz, or potentially this junction could be then deviating to a what if scenario where you don't accept Piccolo's help and instead Goku goes solo, and then you see what happens as a result. And then maybe this little fist icon shows that there's going to be a brief little fighting, like a combat sequence in this. I will say the iconic fights from Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. So I think that this is part of the base game. I think what might end up happening is maybe Dragon Ball, or perhaps Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball GT might be DLC, or maybe that's going to be unlockable stuff in the future. I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super are canon, so that makes sense. But then again, Dragon Ball is also canon, but it is kind of its own self-contained thing. But to an extent, I mean, there is some kind of connective tissue between the end of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. So I don't know exactly how they're going to be handling all that. I do hope that eventually we do get all of Dragon Ball and GT in there. But I know that this is probably going to concern some players. At the moment, there's just so much that we're seeing from all this that I personally am not as concerned. At some point, it will happen. I just feel like that's the way to think about it. But let me know what you guys think about that. Goku having the largest number of stages makes all the sense in the world. He's the main character. He's the protagonist. So you're going to be seeing the most amount of battles and cutscenes and deviations from the Goku-based storyline. But obviously, there will be others. We're seeing the face-off between Piccolo, Goku, and Raditz. Yeah, here you go. We haven't seen this before.
Oh,
the first player thing is so cool. With how visually amazing this game already is, it's already going to immerse players to such a massive extent that bringing this on top of that, a first-person kind of retelling, is just going to make this all the more satisfying. And it's not just going to be Goku. It's going to be the other characters. Final explosion from Vegeta, I think, is what I want to see. Because now that I'm looking at this whole sacrifice moment for Goku, I think I want to see what Vegeta saw in his final moments after he said,
"I'm going to throw you into the wind."
Right? I want to see that. I want to see what that final explosion looks like. We saw this in the trailer where Goku goes Super Saiyan against Saiyan Saga Vegeta, which is funny because in Budokai 1, you see Saiyan Saga Vegeta go Super Saiyan. So this is kind of like bringing things back full circle in terms of the Super Saiyan what if scenario, having the Goku go Super Saiyan instead of Vegeta. So that is kind of karmic justice. All right, so moving on to custom battle here. There was a lot to take in on the custom battles that I just could not take a look at. Okay, so just looking at this screen right here. So we have custom battle, we have bonus battles, we have custom battle mode. So this, you're probably going to be able to like create, you know, any sort of scenario where you want to fight anybody at any time, at any level. Maybe you're new to the game and you want to just fight someone on very, very easy. So, I mean, look, you'll have Hercule fight the Z fighters all on like dummy mode, probably. Stage, world tournament, no crowd. So you can toggle crowd or no crowd. Time limit, transformation, fusion, restriction rules, yes. Switch limit rules, yes. So you can simulate just how much you want to in a normal battle experience. High class warrior, it's been a while since we've had a real fight Mr. Satan. What? None of these guys have ever said that. Okay. All right. All right, so we got Vegeta versus
Lord Beerus.
Stage, islands, time limit. All of these things are switched off. Legendary Super Saiyan, Battle of Speed, defeat Beerus. High difficulty, too strong. Okay.
Remember this, though. This will be over the moment I get bored.
That was cool. That was a nice little Beerus intro. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Trigger conditions, effect settings. So in this mode, some battles will have different victory conditions, so you can set up whatever you want. That is just... This is what Dragon Ball fans want, because it kind of just feeds into that whole what-if narrative, right? You know how things play out normally, but now you want to change things up, and you have this level of customization. There are going to be just an infinite number of possibilities for how you handle each interaction, each fight. Trigger conditions, health remaining equal to or lower, target allies. You can even set the percentages I can tell you for one thing, this instantaneously made me think of Smash because percentages, I mean, that's the only thing you think of when you think of that. So you can then save these little settings. So auto ×1, HP remaining equal to or lower, allies 30%. You can add more conditions. Oh my God. In edit mode, you'll be able to freely set the characters to be playable as. Hold on. We saw a lot right there. Let's go back. Let's go back. First of all, this is like a video editor interface, which is crazy. But then we got to see like a list of, were those presets or? Okay, so these are, oh, I see. So scenarios, cut, 3D cut. And then it gives you wounded, confused, cheered, sit and relax, pondering, fired up. I mean, this is just unreal. Unreal Engine. Sorry. Number 1, characters, Vegito. Forward facing stance, expression, normal, effect, aura highlights. Character number 2, Gogeta Super, gather key 2. This is all for the intro sequence where you're facing off. You get to choose and customize all of this. And then you can share all this. So we're definitely going to be doing a thing on the channel where we will be taking a look at some of your creations. And then we will partake in your creation. This is just game of the year. Can we just call it game of the year right now? Like, we can, right? Okay, so Gogeta saying,
Give me all you've got, Vegito.
nothing for Vegito yet. Background music, none. Environmental effects, none. General dust color, you can choose that. Screen effects, slow motion settings, you can set the frames. And then look, this is your timeline. So for those of you who have never done any sort of video editing, this is going to be your kind of window into the world of editing. And let me tell you, first of all, it's very fun. It is also its own creative challenge. But with this basic user interface, this is going to allow people to kind of learn the ropes in terms of how people like to make things cinematic, which I think is going to be only good things for the Dragon Ball community, because we are going to see crazier and crazier, more dynamic, more innovative ways of setting up these battles. That's just going to be infinite content. So I've done this actually in my videos. I've done this with my little, I used to do last time on Dragon Ball Z. And I would do these types of little promos at the start of my videos. So we're bringing these back. I'm going to be doing voiceovers for all that stuff. Oh, we're bringing this back. We're bringing this back. I love this game. I haven't even touched the game and I love it. You'll be able to edit existing content along with bonus battles to use as a base. So this kind of harkens back to community-driven stuff where you can submit things online. Other people can take it and then they can modify things with it. For me, as a Halo fan, this kind of reminds me of the old days of Halo Reach, where you could create maps, you could send it like maps in game modes, you could load it online, and then people could take it and then turn it into weird and wacky variants of the game mode. So you'll be able to do something similar with these sorts of bonus battles, which is great. Look at that. Mr. Satan and Lord Beerus. What dialogue could they possibly have?
Ah, it's Lord Beerus.
I can't do Beerus, Satan's voice.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Satan.
First of all, you should know who that is. Now, in addition to these game modes, we'd still like to talk about local multiplayer. Okay, so there you have it, folks. That is everything that we could take away from the game mode showcase video. The game comes out October 11th. There is so much more to unpack. There is just so much more anticipation building with each passing day. If there's any additional trailers or any more news updates, I will keep you guys up to date in subsequent videos. I mean, what else do I say other than
Autonomous Ultra Instinct.
until next time.
Kakarot!